All right, guys. Wow. I don't normally get stressed watching football anymore, but the Eagles just beat the Rams 28-22. That was just one of those games. It came down to the end. Fourth and 11 for the Rams, and they had like a minute and a half left. It was just one of those games. I hate when games come down to that, but I don't know. I don't even know what to say in this video again. Sometimes I like to break the game down, but this was just, Saquon Barkley had an amazing touchdown. Jalen Hurts had a rushing touchdown, but overall, this was just an awful game, guys. I mean, the defense looked really good at times, but Quinyon Mitchell might be injured. Isaiah Rodgers might be injured. So we might be down to Bradbury going into the Redskins game. And so, I don't know. This is a bittersweet victory for me. Like, obviously, I'm glad that the Eagles won. But I've still just got this feeling that it's going to be the Redskins this year. They're going to go to the bowl. So we'll have to see what happens. But, yeah, I mean, Eagles, Redskins, NFC championship game incoming. And that should be a good one. Regardless of what happens, that's good. As stressful as this game was, that's going to be way more stressful. So, and I don't think the Eagles get away with it. If they play like this against the Redskins, there's no way they win. So that's what I'm saying, why it's bittersweet. It's like the Packers game. It was like, fine, you're a little bit rusty. I get it. This game, no rust, but horrible weather. It is funny, actually. Every time we seem to play in weather like this, it's against Matthew Stafford. Obviously, the last time was 2013 when he was on the Detroit Lions. This wasn't as crazy of a blizzard, but they were sliding around in the snow. When Barkley scored the touchdown, he did a fun little snow slide, whatever. It was a fun game as far as that goes, but I don't know if I can completely blame this on the weather. I can blame quite a bit, but that's another thing. Jake Elliott, two missed points yet again. Key, right? Like, we wouldn't have even been in that situation at the end. I can never say this guy's name. Micah Becta or whatever, the O lineman. I can never say his name right. He had a penalty on a beautiful Dallas Goedert catch that probably would have been a score if that catch would have held. And so there was just a lot of mistakes again, guys. This is the Eagles survived game. And I don't know, I'm not trying to be Mr. Negative here, but I'm just not sold that they can get it done, because it's basically, I don't know who's winning the Ravens game right now. Let's look this up. I don't even know if that game started yet. Sorry, guys. Total professionalism here. All you get from me is professionalism. Okay, so yeah, the Ravens game hasn't even started yet. It starts soon. But yeah, we basically, if we beat the Redskins, we have to play the Ravens, the Bills, or the Chiefs. And, this is, I just don't know how the Eagles can do this the way they are. That's another thing, too, is Jalen Hurts is looking like he's pretty banged up. And I was told that Tanner McKee was inactive today. So it's like they didn't even have a plan for this, which kind of drives me crazy. Like, what was their plan? They're just going to throw Kenny Pickett back in with a rib injury? I don't know, guys. It's getting amateurish. It's getting pretty amateurish. The play calling looked really bad on offense, just all around. They kept running Barkley right up the middle, drive me insane. The one time he got the touchdown early in the game, they ran to the side. I mean, I just don't understand what they were doing. It's like this team is like, it'll go for the gutsy things, but it plays conservatively, like way too much sometimes. And I could tell what they were trying to do. They were trying to just run the clock out. and win the game. They're trying to just eat the clock as much as possible. But I mean, I don't know, man. Jalen Hurts taking sacks when he doesn't need to take sacks. And I'm not one of these guys that's going to say Jalen's crap. I actually have a video that I'm probably going to release after all is said and done. I pre-filmed it about the future of the Eagles. But, you know, I don't know if Jalen's going to be the guy long term, but, you know, he's the guy this season. But, you know, if he keeps... If the Eagles lose this season, which, you know, it's... Like I said, I feel like it's very likely that we don't make it to the bowl, but, you know, we'll see. I'll be happy to be wrong. You know, if the Redskins get defeated by us and we beat them, it's just the hype for that game now is going to be insane because of the way they beat us last time. You know, that was the total rig job game. It's going to be a crazy game, and we'll just have to see if the refs, because I still stand by that. The refs basically decide who wins. That's another thing about Jalen, too, is Jalen gets his butt kicked every game, and they never throw flags on him. So, again, it just shows you how bad the refs are. Like, roughing the passer is a stupid penalty in general, but it's just created so they can give it to the quarterbacks they want to give it to. And so, because, yeah, Jalen got creamed about at least twice this game. And, I don't know, guys. I'm kind of, like, as you can tell, I'm pretty stressed out right now. That game really just bothered me because, you know, I was ready for them to lose. I really was. And then they won, and I'm thinking, okay, we got to play the Redskins now. And it's like, I don't know, we struggled through the Packers. We struggled through the Rams. It's just, this is a very weird playoff run. And a lot of people don't remember, too, when the Eagles went to the Super Bowl last time, they had a really easy playoff run. I mean, they played the Giants at home, which the Giants were, like, terrible. And we just blew them out. And then we played the 49ers, and we, like, completely injured their whole team. So the Eagles basically had, like, a cakewalk to the Super Bowl. And there was only 2 games because we were the first round, the number 1 seed. Shout out to the Lions, by the way. I don't think I've seen a team choke that bad as the number 1 seed since the Dallas Cowboys. So that was that was unfortunate. I had a feeling. Like I said previously, I did have a feeling that the Lions were very beatable. So it wasn't completely shocking that they lost, but I don't know, guys. Like I said, I don't know what to say. It was an ugly game. The Eagles survived. This was not a victory. This was a survive. You know, this is like you're playing Resident Evil on the hardest difficulty, and you get out alive, right? That's what this game was, and it got dicey. You know, 4th and 11. I always hate crap like that because in the past, you know, I think it was mostly the Jim Schwartz defenses, but I just remember a lot of games, like Panthers game, there's a Panthers game, there's a Titans game. A lot of games did not go in the Eagles' favor when there was like a 4th and long. So we lucked out, guys. We lucked out. We survived. And on to the next, I guess. Yeah, like I said, I wasn't going to make a video until after the results. I wanted to make a video yesterday when the Redskins won, but I was going to wait for this to see, because you have to see who they're going to play. So, yeah, it's going to be Redskins, Eagles, and it's going to be crazy. They're actually going to come to Philly. That's the wild thing about the Lions losing so quickly, is that the Eagles essentially have had the number 1 seed. Other than having to play the extra game, we've enjoyed home field all playoff run, so I don't know how much that counted for today. I think it counted for a lot because even though the weather sucked for us, it definitely affected Stafford, right? Stafford is now 0-2 in the Eagles Snow Bowls, so I'll take that. But I don't know, guys. I'm not going to be too cocky about the Redskins. You know, I've been watching them all year, and like I said, I do think that game against us was rigged for several reasons. Like I said, I think the concussion was a little rushed, and the CJ ejection was the worst offense by far. So I definitely think that there's some kind of narrative going on with the Redskins, because really that was the game after they beat us, where they just like really took off, and they got lucky. They were getting lucky before that. They were like, I don't know. So it just feels like it's going to be like the Redskins. I don't know who's going to be in the AFC. I still feel like it's going to be the Chiefs. And honestly, guys, if it's Eagles Chiefs, you don't want that. You don't want that as a Super Bowl again, because then we just lose another Super Bowl. I'd honestly rather lose to the Redskins than lose to the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. So we're just got to see what happens now. But yeah, another week of stress, I guess, is what I got to look forward to. Because that it would be crazy if the Eagles just managed to win it all. But this year just doesn't feel like it. I don't know. But maybe I'm just negative. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. That's basically all I have to say. The Eagles survive 22-28 in a very, very ugly snow game. Lots of possible injuries mounting on the defense, and also Jalen Hurts. I don't really know how this dude is still walking right now, if he really is this banged up. But we'll just have to see what it is. So anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you all later.